Hey everybody, thanks for taking a second to watch this video on my YouTube channel on Joe Biden's Buy America Act and what it means for you as a consumer or a business owner or an investor. Let's get right into it. I don't want to make this a long video, but I want to make it a very good video. Now, before I do get into that good stuff, take a second, subscribe to my channel. Like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about buying in America, or if we can produce the type of goods that we currently are purchasing from other countries in America for the same price. How big of an obstacle is this going to be? Or is the act entirely for pomp and circumstance? Is this just an executive order with no teeth? I have my own opinions, but I want to hear yours. So take a second, like the channel, subscribe to this wonderful news feed that provides you information on what's coming out of Washington, Wall Street, and Main Street. So let's get into this. Let's talk about this Buy American Act that the 21 Biden administration has rolled out. This is something that they were campaigning on, and it's one of the first things that Biden signed into law by executive order. Now, he is a big Scranton, Pennsylvania guy, and he was serving in Washington when Fred Flintstone was elected. No, no, he was in Scranton in the 70s when there still was manufacturing. So this is, I think, important to him, and I want to see how far we can get with it. Let's see here. All right. The plan is $400 billion in procurement investment, $300 billion in R&D, retooling our manufacturing base, and creating a new office under the OMB called the New Made in America Office. And let's talk about those $400 billion and how they're going to be spent. What they're doing is they're cutting loopholes out and creating it more difficult for government contracting vendors to be able to use goods when working on a government contract that were not made in the USA. That's a big deal. That means that we are going to see a manufacturing boom here in the United States, because these companies that have been getting government contracts with parts made in other countries now have to retool their manufacturing locations so that they can start building these parts here. So the immediate effects, and we're already seeing this in Wall Street, or on Wall Street, is the electric vehicles. Just today, Sony and Hyundai, excuse me, I misspoke. Apple and Hyundai, Kia are going to create a car, the Apple car. That's where we're at. Yeah, I think everybody is in the electric vehicle market. I know that Ford and Chevy have tripled down on their investment. Actually, you see here in the article that the GSA is going to only buy EVs, their entire fleet, which is over 500,000 vehicles. That's going to be that's a big shift. That's a big change. We're talking about not just electric vehicles, but the charging stations, the battery prices, fixing those fleet vehicles. Mechanics are going to get very used to working on Ford and Chevy EVs. This is it. We have changed the landscape on what type of cars we're going to use. This is a temporal marker, and you should pay attention to it. Another thing you want to pay attention to is computer chips, because we're running out of them. This is something that we were manufacturing in China, in Korea, and other places, but not here in the USA. So now we're going to look at states like Texas and Florida to be chip manufacturers. What companies shall rise? I don't know. If you know, put it in the comments. Let me know if you know of any good American chip manufacturing companies that will benefit from this new rule. But these are immediate effects. These are happening now. There's movement. I saw it in the electric vehicle field. I'm not familiar enough with the tech computer chip industry to see any market movers there. The second thing they're doing in this Buy American plan is a $300 billion investment into R&D. This is going to be a next step into the great frontier of AI, the Internet of Things, 5G, augmented reality, virtual reality, and probably some sort of tech that I can't imagine with my monkey brain. But we're going to get in there. DARPA, and we all know that DARPA is the reason that I'm able to show you this video and you're able to watch it. They helped invent the internet. They're deep into AI. This $300 billion is only going to boost the research that is going on in DARPA right now into AI. I took a small swim into that pool to see some of the ongoing projects that DARPA has. Hyperdimensional data enabled neural networks. Construction machine learning battles with adversary tactics. I don't like how that sounds. Artificial intelligence mitigations of emergent execution. Techniques for machine vision disruption. Reverse engineering of deceptions. Man, it really sounds to me like this is the base, the base for some serious architecture of next level computing. Again, I cannot wrap my mind around it, but these projects and whatever information can be released from these projects is probably what we want to pay attention to for 2030, 2035. And we can read from the tea leaves, if we could understand the language, what type of technology awaits us. So I encourage this investment of $300 billion, and I say to any Bitcoin or Dogecoin new millionaire out there to invest in this type of technology, because it is the future. Now, another part of this plan is retooling manufacturing. It's establishing a 28% corporate tax rate plus a 10% offshoring penalty surtax on profits that USA companies make on overseas production. The tax would also be applied to call centers and other services. Bring it back home, everybody. We got plenty of people that can work the phones. We got plenty of people that can sort the files on Excel. Bring it home. Creating a 10% advanceable Made in America tax credit for companies making investments that will create jobs for American workers. Those tax credits would be available for things like revitalizing closed factories so that they can reopen for job creating in any manufacturing area. Call centers as well. So this is not only manufacturing, there's some service work in here, and there's tax credits for doing the right thing and tax penalties for doing the wrong thing. And then they're going to create a network for manufacturing, or the network's already created, NIST. If anybody has been to the NIST website, you know how awesome it is for networking and finding manufacturers here in the United States. Well, they're going to put that on hyperdrive and allow that to be a new meeting place, a networking place for manufacturing companies here in the States that want to grow together. The final piece of this plan is the new bureaucracy at the Office of Management and Budget called the Made in America Office. And the duties of this office is to oversee the implementation of this executive order, work with key stakeholders in commerce, and carry through the president's vision. More oversight, more regulation, and watch the GSA to make sure those Made in America purchasing decisions are being made. But what's this mean for you as a consumer or as a business owner? Now, as a consumer, watch out. Start double checking your Amazon prices. This is Wall Street's going to get on this very quickly. You're going to see small changes in prices on your national brands. They've got enough to absorb it. However, your small drop shipper on Amazon, they're going to be one of the last ones to react, and they're going to get burnt by the tax man. But those prices are still going to get high. Those prices are still going to be high. And you're probably going to want to get high because you paid so much for a pair of socks that if you bought at Walmart, you would have saved $3, but you didn't notice the price. It's going to be a weird type of inflation, but you better watch it. It's the next 3 years. Buy an electric car. Next time you're going to buy a vehicle, go electric. The time is now. The vehicles are really good, really quality. And this investment's only going to make them better. Now, as an investor, I didn't put that on here, but as an investor, you should look for these industries and find key companies in this industries that are going to be making a move based on their chart and based on their financials and based on the products that they're bringing to market. If you know some of those companies, feel free to leave it in the comments so I can check it out. I love doing my research like that. Now, if you own a business, it's time to retool your supply line, everything. You're going to be able to get a better price on whatever you're buying. That's how much all manufacturing is going to be in flux. There's going to be new relationships on every level. Even if you had a USA-made product, double check, renegotiate that price. I bet you can get a better price. And reinvest in your infrastructure and your business needs. It's not just manufacturing, it's service. So instead of thinking you're going to go to Costa Rica or Dominican Republic or Cartagena for a call center, make it in the States. There's plenty of places in Missouri, in Alabama, in West Virginia, in Kentucky, in Utah, Nevada. You can make great call centers, and you're going to get tax breaks. And I call on any city leader or state leader wanting to make an impact to present this at the state level and at the local level. So a company would not only get federal socialism, but they would get state socialism and city socialism, making it very attractive to bring jobs to your town. This is how it happens. Hopefully, this is how we do it. Now, I can help you register your company for those government contracts if you sell electric vehicles, or if you have made in the USA products that you want to sell to the government. I can let you know how to register on sam.gov and help you find those contracts. And invest in the companies that are up and coming. And again, leave those companies in the comments. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't play one. But I like to do my research and I like to invest my money. So if you do the same, we could work together on this. Other than that, I want you to have